Hi, I'm Keith Simon. This is Keith's Financial Fix, and together we're going to get your money right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keith Simon with Keith's Financial Fix, and you're listening to Rudy Radio. Hey guys, I am super, super excited. I am actually elated, if there's such a thing, today because I have a special guest. You know how I feel about special guests. Everyone is special. So guys, today I have the pleasure of having a wonderful, wonderful young lady. We're going to be going back and forth because I know her very well. But I'm also super, super excited for her and really, really, just really proud of her. I must have to say that because the things that she's doing is really right up the alley as to what I'm doing. So, her name is Odetta King, aka Swap Queen, aka Odetta the Queen. I don't know what else aka she has, but she will let you know. Hey guys, Odetta, welcome, welcome to Rudy Radio. Welcome to Keith's Financial Fix.
Thank you for having me. Welcome. Good evening, guys.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, wow. Let me just first say again how proud I am of you and what you're doing. But let me let our audience know a little bit about yourself. What are you doing?
Wow. Well, I guess the question is more like, what am I not doing? I'm just out here educating our communities on financial concept, how to win the money game.
Awesome. Hey, why you sound like me? Hey guys, that is because, believe it or not, we work closely together a lot on some things over the years, and we just happen to have the same concept of how to take care of your finances, the same concept of how to take care of your life in general. But we also have another thing in common. Where are you from?
Well, we Guyanese over here, all West Indian people. So, it's a blessing because our parents didn't know this information, and now we're empowered, and it's even more special because we're the next generation. We're West Indians, and we're tasked with this information. So it's a super big deal for us to even know this as West Indians. So Guyana, big up to all the Guyanese people.
Absolutely. See, I wanted to ask where the accent is from, but I'm pretty sure everybody now knows because I have a little slight accent, not as deep. So you guys already know that I'm from Antigua. Of course, shout out to our awesome 365. That is 365 beaches. You got to go there at some point. You got to hit Guyana too now. It's really nice in Central America also, okay? Hey, let's jump into this thing and let the people know, why are you here? Why am I so excited?
Why am I here? Well, I want to say thank you so much, Keith, for giving me the opportunity to talk about my latest and second book.
Yay!
This is why you're broke. It's so funny. I went to a client house to pick up some stuff, and she saw my t-shirt. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says, "This is why you broke." And she said, "Oh my God, that t-shirt, you got to tell me, like, why am I broke?" And wow. I started asking her some basic money questions. And of course, just by those basic money questions I asked her, I said, we're going to need to talk, definitely. But she said it herself. She told me she's broke, and she said, I want to read the book. I want to know. I want to know why I'm broke. This book came about not just from a money standpoint, but it's a personal development book. My first book If you ain't stacking, you're dropping. That was all money driven. And my second book around, I do have two chapters dedicated to money, but it's more so a personal development book that shows us, things that are keeping us from being rich, right? And
Mm.
so we're broke. A lot of us are broke mentally, physically, spiritually, and of course, if we're broke in those areas, we're gonna be also broke financially. So the book is about unleashing some habits that we all have that we may or may not know of, and just how to get out of it so we can be rich physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially.
Hey, I love it. That was actually my next question. Now, I have to ask, why the topic? Why the title? What prompted you to literally put this title? Because I think it's bold. BOLD, okay? To put that out there in that manner. I had the pleasure of reading it, and I tell you, everything that you said in there is so true. 30 plus ways and reasons and understanding why you're broke. Hey, I'm not fond of the word broke. I think you know me enough to know that by now. But you know what? Tell me why it was so heartfelt for you to actually literally use those words.
It's kind of like tough love, growing up as kids. If we do something that's not right, and our parents have to discipline us, it's tough love. And I realized that um, it was a bold statement, and some people may take it as like, I'm not broke, so why like this is not going to be for me. Well, you may not broke financially, but you might be broke in other areas. So it's a bold statement that I have no apology. And I think even like once I started writing that book, it's so weird, but I started hearing like certain songs that talks about being broke. Like Beyonce has a song where she talk about her kids will never be broke. She's going to have unlimited, multiple generational wealth. There's so many other rappers and people who have been using that word and, trying to tell people they're either broke or they don't want to be broke in their lifetime. So I do recognize that it could be controversial, but I'm okay with that, because the people who make it big in life, we don't want to tiptoe around anything. We're gonna be bold. We're gonna speak our truth, and we know that it's gonna come with some backfire. Some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. But hey, we're standing in our truth, and at the end of the day, it's all in love. I want my people to be rich mentally, physically, spiritually, and of course financially. So if someone says that I'm not broke, I can guarantee you 99.9% you do have some form of broke traits, whether it might be mentally, your mindset,
Mm.
and more so within the last 2 years doing the business that I'm in, which is financial planning. I see people who have money, but guess what? They're still broke in other areas of their life. I see people who say they want to make money, right? They want an opportunity to change their life, but yet so when you give them that opportunity, they're broke mentally. They find all the wrong things of taking this opportunity and run with it, right? They only see the glass half empty and not half full. And so just making sure that we're well-rounded, making sure that you're not broke in any one of these areas. So for the folks who flat out told me, oh, that I'm not broke, I have money. Well, I said to them, well, okay, let's talk about XYZ. And then we see that they are broke in other areas of their life. So if we truly want to live a life of abundance, a life where, we have more than enough for ourselves, we're taking advantage of opportunities, we want to poke a hole in the sky, it's going to require more than just being rich financially. Like it starts with your mind, right? And being
Absolutely.
mindset, your mindset, your mentality, and just so many, even from a physical standpoint or a spiritual standpoint. Like I talk about in my book, a chapter where we have to make time for ourselves. Your first hour in the morning, you got to pour into yourself, get that spiritual and feeling from God or whoever you serve, your higher being, because it just sets your day. And a lot of what I talk about in my book is true experience from myself, as well as my clients and my teammates, my agents, my entrepreneurs that I work with. And the biggest thing that I see right now is people are just really broke minded. You could show them $1 million deal. You could show them $1 million opportunities, and they're gonna like think twice about it, or they're gonna have to Google about it, or they're gonna read some one thing negative and think, okay, this is not for me, right? So you're getting your mind right has a big piece to do with it.
I'm glad you sum it up that way, because 100% of the time, I sometimes say, if I give you $1 million today, are you gonna go Google it to make sure that it's real money, or make sure that I'm a real person giving it away? So being broke is really about being broken. Hey guys, you have to get this book. I'm not just saying it because I put out the disclaimer out there already. I know this young lady, but that's why I dive into the topic itself, because being broke is really being broken. This is just my opinion anyway. And then when I started reading the book and realizing the different reasons that you mentioned in the book, I was blown away. So let me ask you, who influenced you to write this book, the second book?
The second book, that came first from my own personal experience, seeing the growth in me. Listen, guys, I never set out to be an entrepreneur, right? I knew that I want to be big in life. I knew that I want to help people, but I didn't know in what capacity. So by me personally seeing the influence and the change in myself, I realized there's a lot of other people who might be going through those same struggles. And they want to do something. They want to be better. I remember when I first started my business many years ago, I had no support system. Like, I didn't have friends around me who are business minded, or who could tell me this is what you should do first, second, third, or don't do this. And my whole circle was, just the average Joe Schmo, like no business people, no. And that's a different mindset, right? So 100% is my own personal experience, seeing my journey. And because of my personal experience interacting with clients, guests, agents, my business partners, and seeing their struggle firsthand, right? Because my business is about giving people an opportunity to change their life. And I've given 400 people in the last 4 years, 400 people, total random strangers, an opportunity. And out of those 400, maybe 20 of them took it serious. 20 out of 400. So what does that say? People are really broken, right? So it first started with me seeing the change, seeing the influence, seeing my own growth, and then recognizing it in other individuals that I'm coming across conversations with. And so it's 100% experience. It's not anything that I'm reading or I fantasize or made up. This is all pure experience from myself and people like myself.
Awesome. I know you and I have had several conversations on this subject, just in general. But, maybe the next book you'll put one of my quotes in there, okay?
Okay, that'll work, because I'm already thinking about my third book, so that works.
Awesome. Hey, let me ask you, how was your first book that you mentioned, your first book? How was your first book? And I think you mentioned, you touched on it a little bit, but can you go into just a little bit more details? How was your first book different from this book? And I've read both of them, so I have my own opinion as well. So can you share that with us, please?
Yeah, the first book was all money driven, right? It was all personal finance, savings, investment, life insurance, setting up your estate planning documents, budgeting, credit. It was all personal finance. It was all making money, growing your money, saving your money. I touched on, different income streams, different assets. It was pure finance. My second book, I only have 2 chapters that are all in on finance. 80% of this second book is all personal development. And just to piggyback or share some of the chapters, like, for example, 30 reasons why people are broke. Some people, they know that they're broke, but then I actually came up and I identify ways that you could be broke and you don't even know. So Anybody that reads this book are going to be able to identify a couple of reasons why they're broke,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And again, this is from
Yes.
personal experience. And because I do finance, because I engage with clients and you know, the general public, I'm hearing their struggles and I was able to chronicle it. So I know the 30 top common reasons why people are broke. And then I talk about, you know, a lot of us, we wait to get everything right. We want to figure out everything before we start making our life right. Well, no, that's a problem. That's a mistake. We shouldn't wait until everything lines up. The stars will never align. You just got to start where you are, right? Don't worry about how, because if your why is big enough, the how will come about. So it's purely,
say that again. Say that again.
don't worry about the how, because if your why is big enough, the how will come about, right?
Wow.
So, and it's, you know, so many of us, we want to, you know, we want to wait until everything is straight. No, we don't need to wait until everything is straight. Your why is make it better.
Absolutely. Let's dive into the why. Number one, since you have the book right in front of you, what is the number one reason? And you chose the number one reason. Why did you choose number one as the number one reason out of those, I believe, 30 whys?
The number one reason why is you are broke because you have no money or lack of financial education. And I say lack of financial education because you could give somebody $1 million and they're going to be broke in 5 years. Statistics says it, not me. I have family members that came into huge lump sum of money, and within less than 6 months, they went broke. No financial education.
Since you are part of that financial education and that you just mentioned, and you're very, very much into it and talk about it, give me $1 million. What would be one reason why I would lose that in 5 years? What do you think?
Well, number one, most people, if they get that $1 million, what do you think they're going to do with it? What's the first thing they're going to do with it? They're going to spend.
This is why you're broke.
They're going to spend.
Man, let me pick on you again. Let's give me a number 5. See, I have these written down, okay? So I was ready. What's number 5 on your list?
You are broke because you value others' opinions, whom and often those people are not even better off than you.
Wow.
And they can't lead you to the promised land. So we're worrying about other people's opinion, and these other people are broke. The Jones are trying to keep up with the Jones, or we're trying to keep up with the Jones, and the Jones are broke themselves. So 9 out of 10 times the people that we want to impress or we're valuing their opinion, they don't have it figured out themselves.
Hey, we are going to dive a little bit more into why you're broke and why you need to get this book. This is Keith Simon. You're listening to Rudy Radio with Keith's Financial Fix and our awesome presenter and author extraordinaire, Odetta King. We'll be right back.
Guys, we're friends, right? Well, the sign of a true friend is when they discover something good, they share it with you. And that's what I'm going to do today. This is Loretta's British Ginger Tea. It is amazing. It's got 100% ginger, cinnamon, elderberry, and Manuka honey. Gotta admit, don't know what Manuka honey is. Not even sure what it does for you, but it just sounds healthy, so I need some. This tea is fantastic for boosting your immune system, helps you feel good, and you'll live out loud like our beautiful British friend Loretta Nakwacha. Please hit her up on Instagram, order some of this tea, and she is at farmers markets and pop-up shops everywhere. You gotta get some of this stuff. Not only is it good for you, but it tastes great. Loretta's British Ginger Tea. I got some, you need it too. Go and order now.
Next month, I'll be hosting my 7-day Bold, Fit, and Fabulous Masterclass. There, I'll be sharing tips and strategies that will allow you to begin taking the steps that you need to feel and look bold, fit, and fabulous in and out of the office. Are you ready to reclaim your time? Then visit me at thefitterwoman.com and let's get back to the business of you.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Keith Simon with Keith's Financial Fix, and you're listening to Rudy Radio. We have an awesome young lady that we are talking to today. She has a book that is coming out, second book that is coming out, and she's talking about this is why you're broke. Let me say that again, because I have to get used to it, because I don't like the word broke. You guys hear me say that. This is why you're broke. So, Odetta, number 15 on your list of why you're broke.
Wow, you were really good. You were reading. I love it. So, number 15, you were broke because you lack responsibility, commitment, and dedication. You're not persistent and consistent, right? And again, this is all personal development, and we don't want to take responsibility. We don't want to put in the dedication, the commitment. We want to start a business and then we read something negative or somebody tells us something negative and then we fall back, right? We're not committed, right? True people who are successful, they're committed. When you read about the Mark Zuckerberg and the Bill Gates and the Elon and all these guys, they were committed even when they weren't making money, even when people told them, boy, you crazy. What the hell is this internet stuff? Ain't nobody gonna do this internet crap, right? They were committed and they persisted. And today, this is why they are where they are. So when you find something that you believe in and you want to poke a hole in the sky, you stick with it, because we know that challenges are going to come. We know that the naysayers are going to tell us this is not for you. Nobody ever did it. This is not going to work. But you got to be committed and consistent and dedicated to doing it. And for me, I've already seen my calling. I'm living my purpose right now. It doesn't matter if I have a good day in business, a bad day in business, or somebody says something negative today or negative next year. I'm in it for the long haul. I'm committed, I'm dedicated, and I'm going to be consistent at it.
Wow.
And that's why some people are broke. They may have a good idea. They may get a shot at doing something. But you know what? As soon as something goes wrong or crumble, they fall down and they stay down. No, you got to get up back and get back on that saddle and keep going, keep pushing.
That's right. Soon as the going get tough, they get going. Meaning they quit.
Yep.
Wow.
We don't quit.
Guys, I don't know about you guys, but man, this is why you're broke. It is an in-your-face, bold statement. But at the same time, really and truly, it's really talking about this is why you're broken. Let me give you a good idea or a good concept. When somebody says to you, stop cussing or stop cussing me, they're really talking about cursing, right? You're being cursed or you're cursing me based on what you're saying to me. Why I'm saying that is because it's very much aligned when you use terms like broke. We're really talking about broken. Hey guys, you know I have to go there. Odetta, my audience know I have to go there. I have to give them a little bit of philosophical ideas in between. But let's do one more. Let's go to number 30 on your list as to why you're broke.
Wow, this is a big one. You are broke because you like to show off. You shop too much. That can be materialistic stuff like clothing, shoes, all liabilities. You look good, but you're broke. You're trying to keep up with the Jones, but little do you know, the Jones are also broke or robbing Peter to pay Paul. You use your money to look like you got money. But on the contrary, rich people don't look like they're rich. And rich people stay rich because they look like they're broke. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't wear anything designer. He's always in that gray t-shirt and blue jeans. He don't look like he's a billionaire, right? So a lot of us, unfortunately, our culture, our people, West Indian, Black people, we like the glitz and the glam. And there's nothing wrong with that if you have your ducks in a row, right? If you got all your affairs in order. But most of us, we spend to look like we have money, but in reality, we don't. We're one paycheck away from being homeless.
Let me give you a quick pushback on that. I could be wrong. I found out a couple of years ago that Brad Pitt, his little jeans, his little ripped up jeans that he's wearing, I found out them little Lee jeans was $500. So is Mark Zuckerberg wearing $500 jeans and $200 or $300 Ed Hardy t-shirts? But yet we may or may not know that he obviously can afford it. Hey guys, this is why you're broke. I love the fact that you talk about being broke-minded. I love the fact that everything starts with you. Mm-hmm. If you want to be wealthy, you can be wealthy. If you do not want to be wealthy, then you're not wealthy. Here, I always talk about you living in the wealthiest country in the world. Why is so many of us, say the word?
Broke.
Broke. Hey, it's been a pleasure. I really move into this thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm able to now explain it to my audience. You're not broke. You're broke-minded. You're broken.
Yes. Yes.
So, I don't know if I'm bold enough to wear that t-shirt though. I'm a work in progress.
Listen, this t-shirt be flying off the shelf. I got 2 text messages today from complete strangers asking for them. They're like crazy. And in fact, I was listening to a rap song and the guy talked about I'm too pretty to be broke, or I'm making some slang word with the word broke. I'm too pretty to be broke. I think that's what it was. And I was like, wow, I could make a t-shirt with that too. I'm too pretty to be broke, honey. So it's all good. It's all good.
Awesome. Hey, again, it's been a pleasure. Hey guys, you've been listening to Rudy Radio. You know, the host with the most is Keith Simon. Remember, I will get your money right. This is Keith Simon with Keith's Financial Fix. You're listening to Rudy Radio. And thank you again, Odetta. Hey guys, it's an Amazon. Text, email. How can they find you?
Well, my website, odettaking.com, odettaking.com. They can go to my website, odettaking.com, and purchase it there. Or they can go on Amazon and put in my name, Odetta King, and also get it on Amazon.
Awesome. Hey guys, you know how to find me. Everything Keith's Financial Fix or Agent Keithlyn Simon. Thank you so much for joining again, and we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.